Hello, my audience. I'm reviewing Thor the Dark World, known as Thor 2, Thor sequel. I give it 10 out of 10 points as my final verdict. Because I love the fan service that's dedication to the source material of 616, like a fan service was Asgard. A more fleshed out world of Asgard and better visuals, and they threw away the dust angles and actually treated the film like a general shot film. And the broad daylight looks very properly lit, and the night scenes look properly lit, and the daytime scenes look properly lit. Everything looks visually stunning. It looks like a Marvel movie truly come to life with a standalone Thor character. And it kind of justifies why he's called the God of Thunder. And it's kind of a badass version of himself from that was lacking from the first movie, because he got banished to Earth in the first 15 minutes of the film. Then the third act comes at like the last 30 minutes. He gets his powers back, blah blah blah. In the last 30 minutes of the third act of the film, yeah. The point is, it brings back Loki and Thor, and it takes place right after the first events of the Avengers 1, where they teleport back to Asgard after bringing Loki in. Thor custody brings him into Odin, and he's now in prison. And great attention to detail, and it ties into loose where like ties in right where like Avengers 1 ended on, where it picks up in the timeline. And it's great attention to detail. We see a lot of these brief moment of Chris Hemsworth disguise Loki disguised as Chris Hemsworth's Captain America, and performed by Chris Hemsworth. The lines, not the line, Chris Hemsworth plays Captain America as Loki. We know one of his illusions, his tricks, just to toy with Thor as probably funny. And let me sure I pause this. Okay, so I have paused the video because I thought I stopped the video because I paused it because I thought it was important for my dad call, but he doesn't know. Okay, so anyway, so Thor the Dark World, I guess 10 points out of 10 because I love the fan service to the attention to detail and stuff, and it takes the source material seriously. I love this new character, the new villain called the Leo the Dark Elves. And I love I forget what his name is, but he's a cool villain. He kind of reminds me a little bit like Hugh Jackman's Lex Luthor, because he's most menacing and campy, fun, and kind of a funny, humane villain. It gives him some depth and layer. So I like this villain. He's most menacing and campy and funny and memorable, iconic. Purely a good villain to goes up against the God of Thunder in the third act, and he comes out on top, and Loki faces death, takes over Odin's place in Asgard. Is revealed before the movie ends, and then after the end credits, we see him arriving at Earth to kiss Jane Foster back on Earth, arriving, and we see the little like dark elf dog catching like a birds, chasing birds, and the band that's all abandoned. And so that was Thor the Dark World. Well, that was a phenomenal fan service movie. Now that is a Marvel movie. 10 points out of 10. It's great as Daredevil, 2003 PG-13 cut, or the director's cut, or Star Wars, a prequel trilogy, or the original iconic trilogy that started it all, or the Clone Wars movie, or the show. But those are for another videos in the future of separate channels. So that's why I give Thor the Dark World a 10 points out of 10. That was a fucking awesome movie. I love the pacing, the structure, the story, the characters, like it took its time when it needed to take its time, but it was fast when it needed to be fast. when it need to be action packed and thrilling, and when it need to be like expressing dialogues and they slowed it down a bit, whereas the characters expressing themselves. Genius! This is great. What a fucking movie! Great movie. Justify why he's called the God of Thunder, bitch. That was an awesome movie. Thor: The Dark World. And he knows how to make an entrance to Jane Foster in the movie, and at the end of the movie. And it's like really iconic action and spectacle and story in this movie. Jane Foster is dying from the disease that's comes from the Dark Elves, is blah blah blah, and it's kind of bonding to her and killing her. This like little like thing that she touched in the movie, from the Dark Dimension, blah. Basically, and it's kind of killing her. It's like a little terminal disease that's killing her. That's part of like that's also a weapon for the Dark Elves, and so they have to go to the Dark World to get the leader of the Dark Elves to suck it out of her blood system, almost killing her. And well, it's like well, it was sucking out because he tried to kill her after they sucked out the blood. The weapon out of her system, tried killing her, but because like Thor, like it looks like Thor like lost his hand because Loki backstabbed him. It was revealed that was illusion by Loki and planned by Thor and Loki working together. Then the bastard Loki backstabs Odin and takes Zeus' place, and credits roll. Where will this lead in the Thor 3? Fucking reboot everything. And retcon the story of what you're going to do. And bring Hulk in it. Just like No Way Home's doing with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh my god, it's going to suck, isn't it? Shit. Shit. I just realized that. Okay. I'm over now. So I give Thor: The Dark World a 10 points out of 10. That's my review on Thor 2, The Dark World. It's great like the first Thor video game on the PlayStation 3. I will talk about it in my separate channel on video games. That game was iconic in my eye. Classic, an underrated masterpiece. Like Thor vs. Hulk. Or like the Hulk movie where it's crossover with Luke Ferrigno's Hulk. That from the 70s called Incredible Hulk Returns. That was crossover between Thor and Luke Ferrigno's Hulk. First adaptation, live adaptation of Thor. Before that was the best live adaptation of Thor. Before this Thor movie topped it all. It took the sequel to do justice to the character what the first one failed to do. Top return of the Incredible Hulk movie. That's a crossover between Hulk and Thor from the 70s. What a great movie that was. I remember like it was today. But it was a few years ago when I saw it last. Sometime during 2018. Or 16. One of those years. That's a few years ago to me. Or it could have been 2013 maybe at earliest. No later than 2018 though. That's only a few years for me. So, I like this movie, Thor: The Dark World, as much as The Incredible Hulk and The Incredible Hulk Returns and Death of the Incredible Hulk. And it's a great movie in that from the Hulk trilogy. But this was a great Thor movie. Better Thor than what we got, or just as good as Thor we got from the Hulk Returns movie, with Thor. This was awesome. This reminds me of Earth's Mightiest Hero Thor, or Ultimate Universe Thor, or Thor from the Ultimate Universe adaptation of the animated to spin-offs of the Ultimate Avengers, called Ultimate Avengers Movies 1 and 2. This was awesome shit. 10 points out of 10. Like this video, grow my subscribers, grow my likes. I approve this movie. My name is Jake Allen Graham. Welcome to my YouTube channels. Like, grow my subscribers and likes. Please, my audience. Goodbye. Toodles in the next video. Goodbye. Okie dokie.